Alrighty, we are back. In Sevtech Ages, we actually missed the stream yesterday. Something came up, IRL, which, sometimes it happens. So, a bit sad that we didn't get to do any of that, but we will be back tomorrow with Prey, so we'll get a little movement on that front. For now, we're in Sevtech Ages, and for that, we will be heading back into the Abyssal Craft dimensions, and we'll probably try to get through a couple of them. I actually don't know how far or how difficult it is to get between them. It doesn't seem like there are a ton of obstacles between getting from one dimension to the next. There are only a few steps, or so it would seem, but we were having a bit of trouble with the Corallium Plague. I'm actually going to pull out this Astral Sorcery Tome. Check our perks, because I do think, yeah, we picked up one spare point here. And I'm wondering where we head next. We could go for another dimension here. Dissidia wouldn't be a bad option. We'll start crawling that way, because we did pick up Avitas. But I really don't know which side we're getting experience from anymore. We definitely seem to be getting less of it, though. That may be because we're taking less damage overall, so not quite sure. We'll slowly start making our way over to Dissidia as we map out this gigantic, I mean, absolutely humongous tech tree here. That'll be a long time coming. And I'm sure we can grind that out if we really need to. But in terms of getting abyssal stuff, we were having some trouble with the Corallium Plague, I think that's the term. Having a little bit of trouble with that, and we made the Staff of Rending. We haven't actually used it yet. I believe you right-click on mobs when we're in the Abyssal Wasteland dimension to get the Abyssal Wasteland energy. Shadow energy obviously comes from different types of shadow creatures, and Dreadlands and Omethal, I believe, are the next dimensions in the mix. So those are where we are hopefully going to end up going. But I want to make sure that we don't get struck dead by the Corallium Plague. Apparently, that is only the first of many types of plagues that actually get worse as you go on. So what I'm thinking is that we build a... Let's see if we can find it here. Set of Corallium gear. Now, there are all these plated ones, and then the base ones. I swear that there was some Tinker's stuff. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Let me go see if I can pull that Tinker's book out. We should have that. Here it is, materials and you. Should have that here. I swear. Oh, probably go for armor's construct, isn't it? There we go. The armory addendum. Throw that one back in there. I swear that there was... Corallium is a material, was there not? Maybe I'm wrong. In that case, we may need to forego the Tinker's armor. Just build straight Corallium armor. That would, I believe, protect us from the Corallium Plague. I think that makes you either immune or significantly reduces the amount of damage you take. If we check out the Necronomicon here, let's see here. Where might that be? Misinformation, maybe? No, not quite. Unless it's in special materials. No, this looks like this is actually a lot of miscellaneous information. I didn't even know that crates came from the Necronomicon and that sort of thing. Very strange. Maybe just here. There we go. Special armors and tools. So we have the Staff of Rending. We did make that. Is that it? It doesn't show us any more armor or anything like that? Wow, color me surprised. Okay, well, we will need to make this, since we are still rocking the base Necronomicon here, you can see down in the taskbar. We do need to get the skin of the Abyssal Wasteland. We have Corallium-plagued flesh. We will just need to get this Abyssal Wasteland essence, and I do believe that that is gained Yeah, right here, through the Staff of Rending. So we will need to go and do that. Once we get in, I guess we won't have any protection from the Corallium Plague just yet. I really thought there would be a Tinker's version of that armor. But there is just the basic one, that is refined Corallium ingots, which are got, I believe, from molten refined Corallium ore. We haven't come across any of that, I don't believe. And obviously the melter is going to do exactly the same thing. I do believe we have to take the Corallium ore here, which requires this, and that seems to be something we don't yet have access to. That will probably come with the next Necronomicon that'll unlock that information for us. Getting a few of these probably wouldn't be so bad. I think this is just a little bit more defensive than the other ones. Yeah, so that's a slightly upgraded version. We may go for that, but of course we have to upgrade our Necronomicon first. So we'll go and do that. We'll go and use our Staff of Rending here. Whoops. We have to go into our new portal building. Our Staff of Rending to go and get that set up. And we should bring some more building blocks, I think. Just in case things go awry. We have already built the initial shelter. Uh-oh. There we go. If we head through here. We have built the initial shelter just around our base. So we've gotten ourselves a somewhat defensible location here. But unfortunately, there are still tons and tons of enemies around us, so we're going to still have to deal with that. But let's go use our staff here. I think I'll go throw it there. See if we can get some of this essence stuff. So I think right-click on it. Oh, that does not do a ton of damage. It doesn't work on these guys because they are just default zombies. I'll try to get this guy real low. Yeah, we're already Corallium plagued. Oh, shoot. Yeah. So that Corallium plague is going to be a major weakness that we have. Until we get that Corallium armor, and we need to get the upgrade for that. This guy's just not taking damage. Oh, okay. I see. He's actually taking, like, minute amounts of damage. You can see that he's decimally taking damage. We got 18 energy off of him, and we are continuing to die from this thing. Jeez. I'll just go and eat that so we don't immediately eat it. The Staff of Rending, though, is not super great. Is it actually 28? Oh, okay. So it is actually, when it's doing damage, it is actually charging itself up. So it don't necessarily need to kill any mobs to get it to work. I'm hoping that once we get it to 100, that will mean that it'll continuously drop essence. If it drops 1 essence per every 100 and it resets, that would be kind of rough. Especially considering the damage that this is doing. Whoa. God, I swear I heard a creeper right behind me there. That freaked me right the heck out. How are we doing? 92. So we're on the way. Oh, and of course he tapped me, so I've got the plague again. So is this charged up yet? No, it's cycled through. Ah, so it did, okay, it did drop that essence. We need at least 3 of them to get that upgraded Necronomicon, and this is going to be quite the grind. Luckily, we're not having too much of an issue keeping him away. Oh, that guy actually doesn't, oh god. He actually doesn't seem to take damage from the staff. Or maybe I was too far out. I know he does have an extended range here. What have we got? gotten to 2 yet? No. Almost there. Well, not really, actually. And unfortunately, I can't get them up from on top of our bunker. I suppose we could run inside. Ah, and we are actually gaining levels from taking damage. Oh, God! Jeez. Okay. Yeah, a few of them just spawned in right behind us. But we are actually getting levels from taking damage. We can take some damage there, and our Mara increased our Astral Sorcery level, which I wasn't actually sure if it was still doing, ever since we got Avitas. I thought that it might have accidentally switched over to that. But it ended up turning out alright. Yeah, this is one heck of a grind. Okay. Do we have a second one yet? 99. Oh, we got a cudgel. That's what it is. And you can just go away. We won't get anything off of the skeletons for this. And we have 2. 2/3 of the way done. Oh, man. There better be a upgraded version of this thing, I swear. Or else I am going to be significantly peeved off if we have to do anything else with this. Okay. And we are, again, Corallian Plague. We'll just run through that. What are we at? 41. Keep going on. It's practically eaten away at all of our health. Good God. Yeah, this thing just keeps going on. I think anytime we get hit here, anytime at all, we just immediately get plagued, which is rough. And it lasts for a good 20 seconds doing damage that whole time, so we are getting really screwed by it. I would say that we should build a combat pillar or something like that, but I don't actually think the staff reaches that far. I'll just deal with the default zombies. Oops. So I don't have to worry about them too much. Luckily, the abyssal mobs actually go after zombies as if they were, player enemies, so we are at least going to be able to use them as bait if they do show up. Unfortunately, they will still be going for us, so I don't know how good of a bait they are actually going to be. Okay, and how are we doing? 98. 2 more hits, and we should have a third? May not work with the armor. It might take more than that. Ah, there we go. Third abyssal energy. I'm going to go and get right the heck out of here. Have quite a few things, but I think go and upgrade this. We'll need to go back and surround this with a bunch of Corallian Plagued flesh. I'm hoping that I have enough. We've got at least enough for 1, but I'm pretty sure I've picked up more in the past, just from here and there, that I've just stored in chests. So if we throw all of you back kindly, and look for... There we go. Yeah, so we've got enough for 3. There we go. Skin of the Abyssal Wasteland. Found. Necronomicon. Level 2 crafted. Unfortunately, we lost out on the 5,000 potential energy that it has, but it should actually unlock a bit more for us now. Yeah, look at that. So I think before we only had these 3 in the overworld. Now we have Patrons, Machines, and the Abyssal Wasteland. Oh, scratch that. Patrons is already there. Machines is definitely new, though. So we've got, whoops, information here. The transmutator is used to transmute objects into other objects, which can revert a process or simply convert an object into its opposite. Fueled by any corallium materials, corallium-plagued flesh, and any crystallized element, full crystals or shards. Crystallizer is used to crystallize elements, isolating the base elements or molecules they're made from. It's fueled by any dreaded material, dread fragments, and any crystallized element, full crystal or shard. So, I guess you can use this to power itself. It doesn't look like we actually have access to that, though, yet. Probably because we need to get to the next dimension before we do. The engraver, used to engrave coins, allowing you to trade things with remnant. Whoa, that's interesting. What is remnant? Or who is remnant? No clue. Fuel is used in engraving templates that wear out after a certain amount of uses. If you want to re-engrave a coin, you have to use a blank engraving on it first to unengrave it. And last but not least, the materializer is used to create objects by combining base elements obtained through crystallization. The materializer uses no fuel, but requires a Necronomicon to function and a crystal bag with crystals to materialize objects from. I know we've actually looked at some of these. I think the transmutator and the materializer for other options for getting materials, but we've never actually been able to use them. Then the Abyssal Wasteland. That is where we just came from. That is the first dimension that we were in. So we can apparently find abyssal version of ores. Abyssal corallium. Liquefied corallium. Mined, the dropped ore can be smelted down to refined corallium ingots. Okay, and pearlescent corallium, which drops pearls, which is actually not too bad because that way we don't actually have to make the pearls ourselves. Usually we have to embed them into stone with the corallium, and that'll just drop at base. And then liquid corallium, those look like pools of really bright water. Has the ability to transmute elements on contact. Interesting. And that's how corallium plague comes through. Some entities can be converted into abyssal zombies on death. Liquid collides with liquid antimatter. It will convert into corallium stone. And Dreadlands infused power stone. I think this is actually important because this is actually how we get to the next dimension. We actually have to fight another boss. So we'll want to go and find this. It's a special type of stone found deep in the abyssal strongholds. You need a pickaxe stronger or equal to refined corallium in order to mine it. Once mined, it can be used to upgrade your gateway key if you have other components. So I think we may actually need to upgrade our tools as well to mine in there. I know corallium stuff obviously works in there, but I kind of don't want to do that. I'm hoping that the obsidian pickaxe that we have will do the same thing, just better. Because I think on the scale, they just put corallium at level 4 or stage 4, whatever it is, or 5, and obsidian should be maxed out stage. That should be stage 5. We've got a lovely little illustration here. We've got abyssal zombies, whoops, ghouls, depth ghouls, skeleton goliaths, spectral dragons, which we actually had attack us last time. That was very surprising. Mostly a nuisance. Probably more tricky when Azura devours their life energy to regenerate himself. So this must be the boss then. You can fly through solid matter without destroying it, unlike the Ender Dragon. And this is the first boss, Asura the Fallen. Summoned inside the Abyssal Wasteland, Azura was formerly Oblivionaire's dragon until he passed away eons ago. After that, he's been reanimated through the usage of corallium until he was destroyed by an unknown enemy. Now his soul resides in the Dark Realm. And beyond that, Shoggoths. And something we don't yet know. Yes, I'm going to actually go charge this up. We'll go charge it up in the Necronomicon charging station. Right, not if we do that, though. But it does have quite a bit more energy to work out. We'll go slap that on. Hopefully, that'll charge without too many ill effects, or at least nothing that gets outside of that containment unit that we've built. And we'll go sleep the night away. We could go looking for those last 2 constellations. Dang, in fact, we should have. Probably. What are the 2 that we're missing? I think it is Horologium. This one, I actually got a little sick and I looked it up. Sick of not being able to find this. Apparently, this only shows up the night after a solar eclipse, and those are extremely rare. I believe it's once every 36 days, which is more often than in real life, yes, but is still pretty rare in terms of Minecraft times. And Pelotrio, that I didn't actually get to look up. I think this one should just be a standard one. Judging by the description, the irresistible and unnaturally impulsive rays of this set of stars are only visible during the darkest or brightest nights. So I'm assuming that only means full moon and new moon. And there goes our charging port again. We'll have to go and look for Pelotrio during one of those 2 times. I don't think we've actually looked properly for it during either of those. We do want to let that Necronomicon charge up. Maybe we go for this. Maybe we move on to this now. No, but we don't have access to this yet. We need to make one of these. These are all different versions of the stuff. But materialization and transmutation are probably the 2 best ways to get this. Unfortunately, we still don't know what some of this stuff is quite yet. Yeah, so we'll have to keep going through. Hopefully this Necronomicon won't take too long to charge. I actually have no clue as to speed it actually charges at. Usually we've just stuck it on there. None of our rituals so far have required all that much energy yet. Let's see how it's going. 8,000. So I do believe the pedestal itself stores 5,000 there. The rest of that is just going to be charging passively, kind of just waiting for it. I would really like, I don't know, to get a upgraded storage remote. Turn that into the advanced, I think it is. Or maybe universal storage remote, so we could access our chests and not have to run back here every time we needed to drop something off or take something out. Unfortunately, that requires wither combat, and that will definitely be destructive to the world. Suppose we could just prepare for it. Not necessarily summon the fellow, but give him a neat little skull section here, because we do have other skulls. Oh, we've got the skulls base. I think. How do we do that? See, 9. Turn these into more skulls, and I do believe that is the only use for them. We do have 3. We have enough to summon 2, actually, which isn't half bad. Suppose while we wait, we can also go and get our food needs sorted out, because we are actually out of fruit. I do believe we said we were going to use melon pie? I think it was melon. To go and fix that up. And I don't think we ever actually started a garden cloche for the stuff. But we do need to go and do that. Our nutrition, it's alright, but that will soon become a problem. We should have some sugar and some flour. I go and check here. We made a little bit of sugar. I think we'll actually need more than that. And then the flour would be in the industrial mill, I want to say. Right? Maybe I already sent that through. Yeah, there we go. We've got that. I'll go and stick this sugarcane into the mill here. Or, actually, may have been a little premature. Okay, no, that does the same thing. We only do need to do half, though. So half of this can go right back in here. And I think it's probably faster to just throw it in the crusher. Yeah. The only thing we're missing then is melons. We should have everything required to make... Actually, we should already have everything required to make some melon pie. And flour? Not you. I'm looking for melon pie. Oops. Save that. Unfortunately, the dehydrated stuff is also not so great, so... Oh, okay, I was actually adding an egg there when I didn't need to. It's just sugar, flour, and melons? Hold on a minute. Ah, no, raw egg, so egg tossed on the floor here. We'll go and do that while we listen to that chug along. And we'll go and cull any chickens that come through. There's probably a more efficient way of doing this. But I am stuck on getting these guys done in as quickly as possible. I could probably throw them into a grinder somewhere. We do have quite a few of those at this point. We've got at least, what, 2, 3? There we go. And these guys, of course, are already filling up again. Go toss these feathers in, grab some more eggs out. And we need... few more. So, depending how lucky we are and how unlucky these chickens are. 3 more. Nope. 2 more. There we go. We got a full stack. Now we can throw this in and make a whole set of these. This is actually an instance where I can shift-click everything in, because we only have enough raw eggs, and flour, I guess, to do 1 set of the stuff anyway. So we'll go throw that in the furnace array here. Sounds like our crusher is done with that sugar that we didn't end up actually needing, but we'll go store it regardless. And this will be finished in just a moment. That moment is now. So we've got our melon pie, which is just the slightest bit better than apple pie. Just the tiniest bit. I think apple pie has 4 and 2.5, and this has 4 and 3.5. So that'll be what we keep for our fruit needs. By now, though, hopefully, the Necronomicon is done charging. So we'll go and rip that off the pedestal. Set ourselves to the other dimension again. There we go, done charging. Oops. Yeah, kindly keep my pizza on me, please. I don't want to be using any pizza rituals. We'll get back to the abyssal dimension, I think. I really thought there would be more here. Oh God. Did I leave the door up? What, how did this guy get in? No, the door's closed. I have no clue. Does look like there are a few of these guys outside, though, so... Rice, they can hit me through the walls, because they have a massive reach. That's annoying. We'll we're going to take care of a few of these guys with our unbreaking shurikens and collect some nonsense here. Well, some not nonsense, actually. All right, so what heading shall we take? What shall we go towards? We should probably go towards getting out of here. So here we are. Once you've reached the Abyssal Wasteland, your next goal is to reach the Dreadlands. You will need 3 components in order to upgrade your Gateway Key: an Eye of the Abyss, a Dreadlands infused Power Stone, and a Transmutation Gem. The first is obtained by defeating Azura the Fallen, summoned through the ritual of the Sleeper. Okay. Uses Spectral Dragons to heal himself, so they should be taken out quickly throughout the fight, yada, yada, yada. He'll drop his eye once he's defeated, and a large quantity of experience and material found in the dimension, which is pretty good. That means we don't have to go mining, hopefully. I do believe that the mining, the ore vein changes that are common in Sevtech, where you have really big ore veins, doesn't actually go through here. So we could get stuck mining for a long time if we ended up needing to do that. But we will need to go make some Power Stone trackers here. Recipe and special material section, blah, blah, blah. And then we'll need maybe a refined Corallium pickaxe. We go and check out that. Refined Corallium pickaxe. That is mining level 5. Our steel... doesn't actually say the mining level. Mining level obsidian. I believe that is 4. But if we check our obsidian one, mining level of cobalt, I think that does the same thing. So hopefully we should be good to do this here. But we do need to make those... Oh, hello, fire models. We do need to make those Power Stone trackers, though, first. So let's go see if we can find that. Power Stone. There's the Power Stone. Now we need these. And that is Eyes of Ender mixed with Corallium gems, which, of course, means that we're going to go back through the portal to go access our inventory. I am really considering just going for a wither fight. Terrain be damned. I'd probably do it somewhere other than here. I'd probably just fly off to a distant desert location or something like that, perhaps. But we do need some Corallium, which we have. That surrounded, and what was it? The Eyes of Ender? Now we'll need to make that, so don't have any Ender itself. I think we'll make 4 of these. Actually going to be a limiting factor here. I think we'll make 4, and that will give us 16 total, which should hopefully be enough. That's a dream, at least. Go and throw these spares back in. Slap that pan cast on, and then once these guys are all smelted up, cast ourselves out some ender pearls. And grab some blaze powder. Make Eyes of Ender here. Three, and 1 more makes 4. Fantastic. So, slap these together, make our Eyes of Ender, and we'll put this back on so we don't have to worry about accidentally making pans when we don't mean to. We'll get some Corallium and throw it like so to make Power Stone trackers here. And hopefully these will act sort of like Eyes of Ender, where they will break after a few uses. If not, we will have issues. That'll result in some trouble for us. But let's go, firstly, climb on top of our building here. I do believe that these chain things that are up in the sky actually have stuff on them. You know what? In fact, we should do a little roaming. We haven't actually roamed around here. There are a few structures here. I believe, yeah, if you go down here, there's even more stuff. Abyssal Knight helmet. Not bad. Dang, we still don't have access to this. Yeah, you know what? Before I set off for this, since we are going to be spending a lot of time in other dimensions when we go through this mod, I'm actually going to do that wither fight first, just so I can have the upgraded remote here. So we'll throw all of you back. Oh, I probably should have put that Corallium cobblestone here. That is not something that we have brought back. Pumpkin seeds. Yeah, that's all good. But I'm actually going to go do that wither fight, so we can have the upgraded simple storage remote. Advanced simple storage remote. This is the one that'll give us access to that. And we should have every other block, basically, except for that nether star. But before we do that, we are going to get a good night's rest first. Now, the Ender Dragon wasn't so bad. That wasn't quite as hard as it would have been in vanilla. Significantly easier, in fact. But I have a feeling the Wither is going to be a bit of a different proposition here. I'm going to go fly off to, I think, that desert biome where I picked up some terracotta earlier, and that was estimatably in this direction. I don't want the Wither anywhere near my home. That would result in just horrific scarring of the landscape here. So I'm going to try to go as distantly as we can. Which I do believe was in, whoops, not that map. This direction somewhere, right? I think we've actually passed it. It's down south. Here it is. But this area seems adequately remote. Doesn't have too many structures of interest. And I think we should be able to take them on here. So we will need those wither skeleton skulls, 3 of them, if I recall correctly. And soul sand? Wow. Okay, color me surprised. We don't actually have enough soul sand. Okay, I guess we will be going into the nether. Hold on, was that a... I swear to God, I just watched that come from a tumbleweed. Yeah, like that. Totally is. Oh, we got wheat from that one. Okay, but we will have to actually go to the nether to grab more soul sand for this. I didn't think that we would be short on that, but here we are. But I think that location, that desert there, should be a decent combat zone. Far enough away from our base that the Wither hopefully has no chance of actually getting it over there. And I'm actually going to try to spend most of the time in our balloon anyway. I'm going to do the exact same strat that I used against the Ender Dragon with that balloon. And maybe some of those manual shurikens. I think that's probably the best option. And we'll go take combat like so. Or like that, rather. Let's go fetch ourselves some more soul sand first. I'm seriously amazed that I didn't grab enough. I guess... Oh, God. I guess it wasn't that unexpected, but still, really would have thought we'd had enough. We just haven't really had a reason to do it. Oh, right, and we've made the critical mistake here, going to the nether without any fire protection or fire resist potions. That said, there's some soul sand here. So we are going to tear this block up and bring it all back. I think we'll call that good. We only need 4 total anyway, so don't exactly need to do a whole mining operations for the stuff. I say that, of course, but this is looking like an extensive vein, so the mining operation is occurring nonetheless. Alright. Good enough. We've got stack in a little bit, almost 2 stacks. Get ourselves back through that portal and make for a boss fight here. There we are. Throw all of this back in there. And keep 4U to myself. And I'm not preparing nearly as heavily as I did for that Ender Dragon fight. I think we have determined that we can probably take on most things, most bosses and stuff with our current level of gear here. So I'm not expecting this to be too much of an issue. I will, I think, try to get in a sleeping bag. Well, no, it's kind of midday right now. I was about to say I will reset my sleep location with the sleeping bag, but that's not really going to fly considering it is smack dab in the middle of midday, so it won't necessarily be an option in this. Oh, okay, that sand didn't exist. This seems like as good a spot as any to start out with the wither. Let's just plant this. We will get out our bow. Yeah, we probably should. Just in case he gets a little too far away for us to use our Manulin Shuriken here with, and our Limp, the Helios 2. There we go. Now we can slap that down. I think he should explode, right? To start off the battle? Yep, there he goes. And, ow. He is trying to put in work, but we are keeping up. I think his health is already just about half gone, isn't it? Oh, but we're not actually doing any of the damage to him, because I think he stops taking range damage after a certain point. Uh-oh. We did it? Yeah, there we go. We did it. Got an enchanted voodoo puppet. Wow. Okay, I've never seen that one before. Got a withering soul, apparently. Mystical Aggreditions. And Corail Tombstone. I've never heard of either of these mods. Unfortunately, it looks like our airship broke. What happened to that? Where is that at? Kind of trying to follow the trail of destruction here. In fact, let's start throwing stuff back in here. You can go back. Wither Ash, apparently. Withering Soul to you. This is some weird stuff. And we'll throw our longbow along with the arrows all back as well. What happened to our airship? Did you just destroy that completely? Is that just gone? I'm not seeing it anywhere around here. I would really like to not have to make another one of those. Especially since the first one kind of disappeared for no reason, so we just cheated in that second one. This one was destroyed in battle, so I would feel a little worse about cheating another one into the game, and by God, did that take a long time to make. Left a fair trail of destruction. Not terribly, but not light either. Oh, and an unearthed vein of iron. Okay. Do we need iron at this point? 1K clusters? I mean, it couldn't hurt, I suppose. We do have excavation on our pickaxe, so it's not exactly like it's going to be a big problem. We'll go throw all of this excess stuff into our chests. Barring the flowers, we'll go plant those at a later date here. Yeah, that all grabbed. These all put back. Oops, we tossed a poppy in. Let's go grab this stuff. This is our pickaxe with excavate. Go grab all this iron at the cost of our food bar, unfortunately. And there goes that pickaxe. Luckily, we've got sharpening kits for just such a occasion. How are we doing? Are we almost done here? We're all done with this side, just leaves the rest of it over here. A little laggy, but there we go. More iron clusters for the smeltery, eventually. Unfortunately, we lost our airship. The Helios was a good ship. Kept us through quite a few battles. Fortunately, I guess he had to go the way of the dodo when it came to fighting this particular boss. I'm going to do one last scouring of the area here. Definitely didn't pick it up in our inventory. Yeah, dang. That is unfortunate. What is this stuff? Barrel sample. I have no idea what this is. This has to be something new. I'm actually going to mark this. Barrel. We may come back to that if we ever determine what it is, or that we need it particularly. Let's go get ourselves... Whoa. Go get ourselves home. Taking on the wither wasn't too bad, actually. There are a few things that require wither stars, not just this, so... We may have to go back to that. Maybe we get a slightly better time of it. Maybe we manage to learn how to farm the thing. But we may have to just go and smack it down ourselves every time. We'll go sleep the night away, celebrate a hard-won victory. Get ourselves to making an upgraded remote here. Unfortunately, it doesn't actually use this one up. Uh-oh, we're actually missing a few things. Ender pearls. So, make some ender dust here. Into more pearls. And while that's going, we can go plant those flowers that we picked up. Down in the flower patches. Yellows. That's a kind of boring name of boring way of naming a flower, don't you think? Naming it after a color. But we will go get this cast out and made up. That is 2, 3, and 4. Yeah, that should be the last of it. Now we've got those ender pearls. We should be able to throw them in the corners here and make our final remote, the advanced storage remote, used to access the network from unlimited distance and across dimensions. Very important to us. We'll go hook that up to the master box, I believe. Not the storage request table. We actually need to go in behind this. Do the storage network master. That should be hooked up now. Yeah, there we go. We can store that old remote in there. We should be able to access this anywhere we dang well please, which will be fantastic. That means our dimension hopping will not have to stop in the slightest, no matter which dimension that we happen to be in. Let's get in here. So, back in the spooky dimension, that boss fight thusly finished. We'll go store this in here. I guess there's not really a reason to have separate chests anymore, right? We should probably just toss everything into... Yeah, in fact, we should. We should just toss everything into the storage system now that we have access to it anywhere. Not too bad. Not half shabby. Let's go get a relative estimate of where we're going here. That seems to indicate we're going off in that direction. And, oh, did that just die? Okay. I guess it is just flat out, no frills, dead. We'll run a little ways this way, see how far we have to go. And it would seem to indicate quite a distance. That one came back, though, luckily. But we will go... Ow. Fly ourselves over here. I'll fly for a little bit since it is... it did indicate to us that it was a ways away. We'll stop off at a few random places. Structures and the like. Got some Abyssal Knights. Ooh, and a record disc and a diamond set of horse armor. It's pretty nice. And some more armor. Abyssal Knight, unfortunately, I don't believe actually protects us from the Corallium Plague. This diamond horse armor, though, is pretty neat, assuming we were ever to use horses. And I'm sure the ingots will come in handy as well. But we may... Yeah, you know what? What the heck? We may go and visit the top of one of these. Maybe not like that. There we go. I'm pretty sure they're supposed to have stuff on the top of it, right? Maybe not. Okay, maybe only a few of them do. I'm actually not sure what's exactly what exactly those are for. Oh well. We'll keep on stopping by these random locations here and there. A nuke virus. Wow. Oh, God. Okay. Yeah, right. They, one of those dragon things. Got 2 Abyssal Knight pickaxes. That doesn't actually do all that much damage. I think it's mostly from the plague that we're actually taking all that damage. There we go. They don't drop too much either. Man, does that plague annoy me. That is really just built to bug the heck out of you. It's not really going to kill you, but it is going to inconvenience you greatly. Let's throw out another one of these. Still off in that direction. We got this one back. Gotten some of this stuff. We don't yet know what it is. Oh, and a transmutation gem. Not half bad. Ours is a wee bit broken at the moment. Golden apple for good measure. And not much else. And we'll keep on headed out this way. I wonder how far away this is going to be. I guess the stronghold was pretty distant. We do keep stopping for these structures here. See what they contain. Another music disc, not bad. And some more Abyssal Knight armor. And another golden apple. I think it's worth it to stop in every one of these. They always seem to be giving us some good stuff. Oh, I think we're getting a little closer. I think that's actually changed direction, because it's always been, oh god, at a 90-degree diagonal from us before, but it's actually starting to point this way. I don't think there's any visual distinction between the boss arena that we're going to. I think it kind of just exists as part of a stronghold, just like in the overworld. Dragons are back. We should probably get good at fighting those, because it did mention that in the boss fight, the boss actually heals off of those, so we'll have to take care of them first, sort of the way that you would take care of a Ender Dragon crystal when you went and fought that so he couldn't heal. Probably have to do the same thing here. Oh, and I just realized I no longer have my airship, which is going to be a bit of a problem. Maybe using the bow a little bit more in this one. We should be just in line with it if the description there is to be believed. Another music disc. Not half bad. Lots and lots of force armor. And a dragon to go and annoy us again. Yeah, the fact that they just swim through the land is very inconvenient. There we go. We'll go and store all of this extra stuff that we keep getting. Maybe we should stop taking detours. Just go straight for the visit itself. Oh! Now it's going north again. No, this is still east. It is a long way out, though. Yeah, we'll stop going for this and that treasure rooms. They are giving out nice stuff, but nothing too great. Oh, we've actually passed it. Okay. So let's make this trek on foot then for the rest of this route. I'm assuming that at a certain point it will shoot straight down into the ground. We actually get to over the area. This dimension isn't so great. It doesn't have a lot of variety, I have to say. But it does its job admirably enough. Oh, well, that one broke too. I'm hoping that we don't summon it with this. I actually forgot what exactly it said we summoned the boss with, but I'm hoping that we don't have to fill another portal like we do with the Ender Eyes, because I am running quickly out of the number of these that I have. It's not so great. Ah, okay, and we've actually passed it. Off in this store somewhere. It must be close. So we are really just circling around it now. Okay, yeah, we must be right over it. Let's quickly dig a single hole here. Oh, right. Some of these can actually get in. The big ones can't. Some of them can. Mine our way down. Just double check. Ow. You guys, piss off so I can get out of here. Trying to double check whether Stronghold is down here. Okay, odd. There we go. Yeah, so right about downwards here. Even if I can't see where it's ending up. Okay, so I'm gonna say it's right about here. Hopefully we happen into a cave here, because it does seem like the ground is pretty much solid. It doesn't seem like there are any cave systems. Oh, there's some iron ore. Okay. Yeah, this is also another small ore vein. So the ore veins do not generate like they do on the overworld, where they're large and in charge here. Corallium ore. Ah, perfect. So we can actually go and get corallium with our steel pickaxe. We don't actually need to use the obsidian one. How deep is this thing going to be? I'm actually going to dig under here, because we should be able to see on our map, right? Maybe? Yeah, we should be able to see any ravines and stuff. Over there, that a ways. Looks like there's some sort of structure, underground structure here. Let's go and find that thing. Is it a little dark? I can't tell. The rocks are just very green. The whole dimension really is, so I can't even tell if we're going anywhere particularly interesting. Looks like we are a little bit south of this underwater area, underground area on the map here. Yeah, those torches do not seem to be lighting this thing up at all. It is very green. But I am hearing some moaning here, which probably means we are close to whatever it is. It says they are above us. Ah, there we go. Oh, but our pickaxe is broken. But this is actually change of stone, which means we have the right location. There we go. Abyssal zombies and what such. And we'll just take that apart. Okay. We've got Adrenaline's infused power stone. Just to make sure, I'm going to double check. I'm going to read through everything here. We'll toss all of these back into the chest system so we don't have to worry about our inventory getting clogged. Oops, toss the Necronomicon in there too. So just to double check. Summoned via the Ritual of the Sleeper. Okay. Let's go find the Rituals section here. Ritual of the Sleeper. Oh, okay. That's different. So I guess it's summoned with a ritual, which means we don't actually need to have gone here for any reason other than the stone itself, right? The Dreadlands Infused Power Stone, and I don't actually think we're able to mine that yet. Uh-oh. Why is that? Okay. Refined Corallian pickaxe needed. Dang. Okay. Shoot. That's really not great. That is as not great as you can kind of get. At least we can mark the location here. That'll be easier to find next time. We'll just mine our way up, I guess. Let's turn on our climbing gloves. So we'll be a little slow, unfortunately, and it's not going to be a whole lot of visually stimulating either, but this is kind of the best way that I can think to get straight down to the abyssal stronghold here. Hopefully, we won't have to go too far. There we go. We're hitting dirt, which hopefully means the surface. Okay. Yeah, we made it back to the surface here. Down that a ways is that. Where is... Ah. Uh-oh. Where is our base? A long ways north. Well, let's go start the journey. Ah. Yeah, I can't even zoom out far enough to see it. Luckily, the journey hopefully shouldn't be too bad with this. I'm glad that we marked that portal. I would not be able to distinguish at all where we came from. This place is all sorts of identical. It is really not a whole visually distinct. But we make pretty decent time with our Visio Mantle here, so we should be able to get back in not too long, especially now that we're not stopping every so often to determine where exactly we have to go for the stronghold. How are we doing? Where are we at is the question. Oh god, we have way past it. Ah, god. Okay. Yep, we're just about heading to it. Hopefully we should see it here. It'll be the only structure made of cobblestone. The entire area. Hopefully. Oh, that's a little odd. Where's this bloody thing? Ah, still on the horizon. There it is. Perfect. Cobblestone and torch monstrosity located. So let's stick all of this back, so we know we don't need it. A dragon has followed us home. Uh-oh, that's a problem. Oh, two dragons have actually followed us now. Okay. Go ward them off with this. And, of course, our area is completely, totally surrounded by these guys. So let's go clear off the lawn a little bit first. On the plus side, we're technically farming a lot of diamonds with the armor and stuff that we're getting. We should be able to turn that back into just straight, flat, boring diamonds with one of our machines. I can't actually recall which one. I'm also going to turn that climbing glove off before it drives me up the wall. Maybe a losing proposition to actually try to clear this place out. I'm thinking we may have a bit of trouble with that. But we'll go run back to the overworld. Not for any particular reason. Oh. Wonder how he got in. I'm really having an issue keeping this room clear of extra-dimensional entities, aren't I? Okay, we'll throw all these back. You can all go in there. And we will need to make some more ritual pedestals here. Because I do believe that the ritual has to be in the abyssal world, the abyssal wasteland, I think is the dimension. I do very much believe that it has to be in there. I think we have to make the ritual altar first. And then the rest of them, as long as we place them, should all fall into place. However, I can't actually remember how that one works, especially since it does not mention how we actually do that. Here we go. So you've just got to place cobblestone blocks in the circle. Okay, and there go. We'll right-click that with the Necronomicon, and it'll go craft itself up. Perfect. Let's get this thing made. Let's go summon another boss monster. Where will we put this? We could put it on the roof. That would kind of endanger us, but I think it's probably still the safest option to take. So if we want those cobblestone, one in the center, and then 2 blocks out every side, right? Shoot. What does that look like? 2 blocks, 1 block, 2 block, 1 block. Okay. So I was right. 2 blocks out from the central. This is an oddly numbered building, so this is going to be a little lopsided, but I don't really need it all that much. Then 1 diagonal for circle here. Then we slap, whoops, this on here. Shift right click the center block, Necronomicon. Did I mess this up? 2, 2, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1. Maybe the fact that it's on more cobblestone? That could be it. Let's go put this slightly off to the side then, shall we? I do wish we could clear out a section for this stuff. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Maybe now this will work. Or not. I really do not want to have to fight this in our base. I don't know if we need to use the base Necronomicon. I hope not. I would assume that this could do everything that the base one would do. But could be wrong. Maybe do I need to use stone from here if I want to do that, not cobblestone? I'm going to try making another base Necronomicon. So I believe it is this stuff. You put that all together to get the plant cloth. Then we should be able to make that, right? There we go. God, these guys just keep on coming, don't they? Okay, let's try throwing it down now. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. The colored area clear. Oh, I see. Okay, so this may be the issue. I think that might technically have been within the bounds. No, it's still wrong. What have I got wrong here? 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. You stop. Thank you. So what's going on here? This is clearly not the option. It's not the problem. We'll go back to this one. Cobblestone, darkstone, cobblestone, abyssal cobblestone, corallium cobblestone, dreadstone cobblestone, blah, 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 blah. Ah, the materials can only be used in their specific dimension. Okay. So that is the problem. We need to actually take these out and throw another one together made out of abyssal cobblestone, I think, because we are in the abyssal wasteland. Whoops. So I threw that in by accident. Kindly don't do that. So let's go grab that abyssal cobblestone. We should have some. We only need 9? Yeah, 9. And we'll throw this back on top of our house because I think that's a decent enough place to put it. It'll at least stop us from getting attacked while we're using the dang thing. Like we were down there. I may even grab some punji sticks or something of that nature to build a little wall around the house. But now we should be able to, there we go, make that in here. So, with that all done, what does the Ritual of the Sleeper need? A transmutation gem, gold ingots, a liquid corallium bucket, and an enchantment table. Okay. Everything barring that enchantment table should be doable here. Let's go grab a bucket, just an empty one. Or liquid corallium here. We'll want a... Let's see. What is that made out of? The enchantment table. What is that made out of in this mod specifically? Not the Mechanist Journal, just a book, if possible. No book possible. Leather. And glue. And 2 bits of paper, I believe. There we go. Single book. Now, we can throw this together. Kindly not with the Mechanist Journal, I said. There we go. Yeah, we are getting quite the collection of fellas here. Let's get those punji sticks set up after all. So these were what we put in the hunting dimension to go and defend our area there. They're not the most powerful of weapons here, but they get the job done. Good God, these guys are loud. All I want is a little peace and quiet. Do not afford me that. Evidently not. By God, these guys are loud. Get this placed around the whole lawn here. Will work a little less well as backside, and we are going to run out of them, but we shouldn't have too much trouble making more, right? 56 are not very expensive. Yeah, just sugar cane. Make a set of 3, so go add that. Should be enough with that, I think, to finish the rest of the area. There we go. They're starting to just batter themselves against the walls. Death, which is exactly what we want to be hearing. Not the most pleasant of sounds, but at least it gets the job done. There we go. Full set of Punji house defense sticks. Oh, God. So we will now have to be a little careful to not run into them ourselves. And unfortunately, now we're just going to be stuck with the sound of enemies dying instead of enemies screaming at us, which I think is still better in the long run. Let's go fill up this bucket full of liquid corallium, and we will start and finish this ritual. So, what does the ritual look like? Go toss all you back. Grab our enchantment table out. And some gold ingots, didn't it say? I think it was 4. We need that. 4 gold ingots. Enchantment table, liquid corallium bucket, and transmutation gem. Hopefully partially used transmutation gems will do the trick. Otherwise there will be a bit of an issue. And should remember that order. So gold in the cardinal directions, transmutation gem top right, liquid corallium bucket bottom right, and enchantment table bottom left. You go there, you go there, and you go down. Oops, not there. Go down here. Get this. And that will summon the big old boss monster. Oh, I've actually forgotten to pull out my arrows and stuff. We no longer have the benefit of okay, odd. No longer have the benefit of having an airship to fight this guy off with. On the plus side, it doesn't seem like he's that much of an issue. Kind of just going on about his life. Actually, I already got him down to half health. I'm not actually seeing any of the lesser dragons that he apparently summons for health. So we may be able to do this all in one go. Thank goodness for these shurikens. Sweet. There we go. Azura, you will pay for this, mortal. Besides, you'll never get past the Dreadlands. Have fun digging your own grave. Okay, and as promised, he has dropped lots of stuff from here, including a few refined ingots, so we may be getting a little lucky here. Gave a fair bit of experience as well. This whole area is littered with shurikens. But yeah, we're good. So, what did I say? Foolish human, I am unleashed. Azura, you will pay for this, mortal. Besides, you'll never get past the Dreadlands. Have fun digging your own grave. Interesting. Very interesting. We've got that all finished. We got ourselves a shader. I have no idea what these actually do. Shader sponsor. Yeah, no clue what those actually do. Got an Eye of the Abyss, which is what we will need. We've got refined corallium ingots. Chunks of corallium. Actually, don't know what these do. I'm sure they'll be useful somewhere. Another enchanted voodoo doll. Another enchanted scroll of purification. Not too bad. A greater scroll. And that's about it. Still, pretty easy battle, all said and done. Not sure where our... Oh, there's that other arrow. I knew we had 4 sets of arrows. I just couldn't see where the second... Or the first one had gone to, that mostly broken one. Oh. Dude, I just beat up your boss. You are no threat to me. Okay. But we have that done. We also have those corallium ingots. Which means we don't need to go find them. We don't need to go looking around for them, which is great. I would love to not have to do that. We'll go make a refined corallium pickaxe so we can go and get the... what was that second thing that we needed here? Go get the power stone. And we'll need Azura's dreaded gateway key ritual. So that we'll need transmutation gem, which we've got, the power stone, and the Eye of the Abyss with the key and the gateway key in the center. So we can make that into Azura's dreaded gateway key. Get to our next area here. Ah. And apparently you can make whatever this is, the Visage of the Depths. A whole set of tools here. Along with Sakthoth, Harbinger of Doom. Okay. A Corallium Plague Infection? Yeah, I'm gonna say I'm good for that. And enchant Corallium and make another energy pedestal. Yeah, there's a lot here. There's a fair amount. We won't be doing any of that, though. We will be, of course, just making this, which means we need to go get that Dreadlands and use Power Stone, which was off in this direction, I want to say? Yeah, off distantly over this way. So let's get ourselves flying. All these guys beat themselves up on our base. But we just need to keep heading this way until we find our marker. Going to be, unfortunately, quite the distance. We do cover it pretty quickly. It's going to be a half a minute or so flying just to get here. And here's our lovely single hole. Huzzah! So let's try this out, I guess. Does it work? I think it is. Okay, before that happens, I want to check out the obsidian pickaxe. I want to see if it was just... Yeah, no, that doesn't work. So it's just the Corallian pickaxe that can actually get this thing. Kind of breaks from tradition with Sevtech Ages, but we did manage to get it. So, awesome. Go throw that back. We'll go grab the the Abyss out, and Transmutation Stone? What was the other thing? We threw the Necronomicon back in. What was that other thing we needed for the ritual here? Yeah, Transmutation Gem. We'll use the one with only one charge on it. So we can clear that one out. But let's do exactly the same thing. Oops, get ourselves out of here. Out of here, kindly, please. There we go. Head north to our ritual. That is where we will upgrade our key. But we'll go back out into the overworld, back into the portal room to actually make the portal. I want to keep everything neat and tidy. We should... there it is. Coming up on our little home here. Oh, we brought another dragon out. Lovely. Okay. Whew. Hopefully we won't have to deal with too many of these monsters for much longer. We'll get... you placed up top. I believe it's the idol placed over there, and this placed here with the gateway key, which we don't actually have. There it is. In the center. Oops, not like that. Like so. And hopefully this will have enough energy. I actually didn't check the energy requirements or anything, so... Oh god, what is it? A shadow beast. Oh dear. Oh dearie me. Oh, two shadow beasts. Ow. Right. So I don't think we actually had enough PE here, which makes this a bit of a problem. We now no longer have that gateway key. As far as I know, there's probably none other. And we'd have to go through another boss fight. So I'm going to, well, take a quick trip back here. Could you kindly stop that? Yeah, because that ritual technically failed. We didn't actually end up having enough stuff to go and do, to actually complete the ritual. Didn't have enough PE here. So let's go through all this stuff back. Slowly be murdered by this plague. Recharge things, and I am actually going to cheat in those two objects. The I think it was Eye of the Abyss. There we go. And oh shoot, this thing, Power Stone. So I don't actually know if they ever spawn more than once. And that would really not be great if we actually didn't have either of those. We'd kind of have soft locked ourselves. Oh, and we definitely don't need this many. Just one, please. That's all I need to take. Let's go charge this up first before we attempt that ritual again. Good God. Oh, no, 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 no. What do you have on the bottom? The totem base. It has been a long time since we had to deal with that. What an explosion, though. Let's see, do we have a bit of the totemic stuff? No, I think that's actually still in its own separate chest over here. Let's go fix up this totem while we wait for that to happen. Those are not super important, but fairly important to have. Here they are. We've got whittling knife for the totem base, please. My God, it's been a long time since we've used these chests. With that, we will need a log of wood. A little bit of oak wood. Move these all around since we don't actually need them anymore. And, hold on a minute. Where did our sharpening kits go? Threw them back by accident. Not what we were intending. So let's get ourselves across here. Oh God, a little too close. Is this full up yet? No, not even close. Not in the slightest. Let's get this plopped down, whittled into a base. There we go. All of those totems should be fixed up again. We just really have to wait for that thing to charge, and it does have to charge up to maximum there. I believe that the ritual takes a full 10,000 PE, which is the maximum amount that holds, to actually go off. And if it doesn't go off, then, well, that happens. We don't get anything, and it'll consume the items again. We just kind of have to wait for that. What could we do in the meantime? What do we have on our docket here? Not a whole lot, honestly. Could go check on our altar. I'm sure that the pigs over here are absolutely bursting to get out of their pen. Yep, pretty much. The breeder is on off. This thing is still going, but there shouldn't be that much of an issue for it. Guess we could top this off a little bit. Oh dear. Oh, and we've left the ritual knife out. Or the dagger of sacrifice. There's a sacrificial dagger and there's a dagger of sacrifice, and they are two different things for some reason. Which doesn't quite make sense to me, but sometimes that's how things are. Good God, those guys are doing a frantic jig in the center there. I think one more will probably be the max if it's not already there now. That will thin their herd a little bit. And that looks as topped up as it's going to get. I'll throw all those back. Throw you into our offhand and let that be. Well, I suppose we're waiting. We could fix this up a little bit. What other runes do we have? So if we look at blood magic. There is a speed rune, but honestly, when we get up higher to higher components, we're kind of racing to keep up with the speed of things anyway. Efficiency probably wouldn't be half bad. We actually have no idea how to make that, though. Okay, well, let's check in the Sanguine Scientium here. Efficiency. Ah. Limited capacity. Maybe that got removed then. Okay. Huh. Not great. We do have the rune's capacity to upgrade to the runes of augmented capacity. That requires demonic slate. Requires 15,000 LP. What is the current one that we have? The sigil holding will let us know. We have 20,000, so we should be able to do that. We do need, oops, the master blood orb at the very least. We do have weak blood shards. Do we have... Oh, hold on. We actually had issues making this, didn't we? Yeah, 40,000 LP. And we just could not keep up with the speed here. So let's make more... Well, honestly, I kind of want to give it a shot. I kind of want to give it a go. Yeah, let's give it another try. We've got lots of pigs in excess, so get out that dagger again. We do have one more of those blood. There it is, blood shards. Give it a shot. Uh-oh. We've already hit a snag. Okay. Oh boy. Son of a... Oh, you absolute bastard. I think we've already failed. So if it sits empty for too long, it doesn't work. We kind of have to keep it going on the fly here. Get out of my inventory, good God. Yeah, I don't think this is working. Yeah, we are unable to do that, so... Shoot. More runes of sacrifice? I think that might be our solution here. Could try something fancy. Could get a pig drop chute up at the top. Move a lot of this equipment. Move it up here. That would remove the pens from down here, but we would be able to drop them straight down on top of this, so we wouldn't have to drop down and grab them every time. They just, hopefully, plop out. Hmm. God, these guys are freaking quick. Sometimes they just dash off the altar. Almost like they want to live or something. But, surely that's not the case. are about halfway filled here. We could just make the whole next level Ruins of Sacrifice. That wouldn't be too difficult. Just take a lot of... Oh, what would that take a lot of? Bronze, reinforced slate. Yeah, really not bad. Reinforced slate is really the only thing. Let's start getting that going. Let's do 2 more sides for now. So I think that's 7 when it gets to this layer, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's do 2 more sides of Ruins of Sacrifice. That'll mean lots of stone. 14 more stone, I guess, for just the reinforced slate here. And we'll turn this back on, this machine here. Son of a gun. Okay. Luckily it still grabs them when they're far out. Oh, and we have our reinforced slate. So our inventory is getting a little cluttered. What is the moon tonight? Half moon. Okay, so we don't need to go up there for that last constellation yet. That's 2 out of the 14. Kind of just waiting here. I'll go take care of the zombie, I suppose. Where's he at? There he is, the fella. We'll actually go throw these all back, since we don't need them at the moment. This doesn't end up working. If we still can't keep up even with another 2 full sides of Ruins of Sacrifice. I guess we just make more capacity. I would really like to make the augmented capacity, the increased capacity runes before we have to make more base capacity runes, but if we just can't keep up with that, then kind of what we get set at. I may actually get a secondary garden cloche here. Well, I guess I could just pull carrots out from here. I was considering getting a secondary garden cloche just to keep the grower here fully stocked. That is actually having troubles, but I guess this one is getting more than it can take, more than it really needs. Whereas this one is not getting enough. And the breeder's doing fine. Breeder's just going. Uh-oh, we need to take you out. Shoot. Okay, we went a little past. We got an imbued slate instead of the reinforced slate. Just let one sit too long. Well, that's a lot of unnecessary blood drained. Not to mention a Imbued slate added, so we'll need to grab another piece of stone. I could really be doing this a smarter way. What I could do is I could take a pipe, a filtered pipe of some kind, or maybe a hopper. I could connect it up here so that it would only take out whatever I instructed it to. I could put in reinforced slate or whatever whenever I wanted that to be put in. Stuff like that. And it would take that out automatically, so I wouldn't have to worry about overusing any blood or letting something sit too long. You could even automate it from the other side. Just put in stone and attach it to a chest. That part would be easy. But we are going the old Mayan style way of doing this, which is everything manual, maximum amount of suffering. That Necronomicon is really charging up in the distance. We are halfway there. Okay, that's pretty topped up. Not quite to the max. I don't know how many stuck are in these. How many are stuck in these corners, but should be doing okay. We'll let that stock kind of fill out a little bit more. Maybe we should add more pigs in the breeding stock? I mean, there's a fair few in there already. They're not quite keeping up with demand. Maybe that's because the demands we are putting on it are too high, though. Hopefully when we get these additional sacrifice runes, the amount of blood we'll get back should increase pretty dramatically. Effectively, it's almost 3 of these sides added to the list. So that'll hopefully fix that trouble a little. I'm actually going to start moving these guys out of their corner. They seem to enjoy so much. Just so I have a slightly better understanding of actually how many pigs I'm working with here. How's the slate going through nicely? Uh-oh. No. Come back here. No. There's no escape. Maybe there's an escape. No, there's no escape. Perfect. And it just put me back here. On the plus side, once they do get stuck in that corner, I have a lot of room to work with, a lot of pigs to work with. Because they can really crush themselves into that corner quite well. Alright, but we are almost done here. Just have 2 more after this last one. And we should be good to get this done. Hopefully, and I actually haven't done the math on this, but hopefully we will actually have enough stone to make all of these blank runes into the sacrifice runes. That may be a problem for us. We've been using quite a bit of stone just in passing, so how much do we have? 307. May go take more cobblestone. Throw it into the furnace. Not doing so hot on cobblestone either, honestly, but it's better for our current purposes to have more stone, I think. Take 3 stacks? Yeah, 3. Should be good. Keeping everything efficient here. And we'll want to get back before that turns into the imbued slate. This was a terrible decision, terrible time to make that decision to run and grab it. Okay, reinforced slate. Whole bunch of that. Got these runes of sacrifice. We should, I think, be able to make it. And it'll just tear off of this side. These 2 sides to go and get them. So we should be able to just throw you in. Oh, and we're missing a blood orb. Oh, and goes all of this. You. Again, we've lost the blood orb. Really doesn't play well with us. There we have it. 14 of those. Ready to add a little bit of... Hold on a minute. Oh, okay, there it is. Ready to add a little bit more blood per sacrifice. So, take a look now. It's just over that. It fills up a decent amount. It's an okay amount. It's not great, but it serves mostly. Let's give it another shot. Let's get this thing full first, though. Don't want to start with anything less than full. Okay. And it started to rain. Alright. Shot clock has started here. Unfortunately, our breeding stock is having troubles. Not really keeping up. Uh-oh, we've gotten stuck. Lots of baby pigs in there that shouldn't be. Uh-oh. Oh my god, we are messing up here. Did we make it? Oh, we did it! We did it! Okay, fantastic. Whew. Okay, we have our Master Blood Orb. This, I bet, is out of carrots. Yep. These guys are still all on breeding cooldown, so let's get some more carrots out. Toss all you back. Fill as many slots as we have with carrots here to grow our little baby pigs here. Maybe I should hook up another garden cloche. We did manage to get that Master Blood Orb, which means we can make, now, those runes of augmented capacity, which is fantastic. So that is... Alright, going to be the Demonic Slate, some Obsidian, and some buckets. So the only thing we really have to do is the Demonic Slate here. And we can store this Blood Orb until later. Now we should have, yeah, at least one Imbued Slate, so that's already well on the way to becoming the next step. I may, however, leave this till a later time. I think we've done quite enough hopping sacrifice. And our breeding stock is... Oops. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Come back. No. Our sacrificial stock is not doing so hot. Okay, is that... Yeah, that's Demonic Slate. But we need these guys to fill back up. They are, unfortunately, quite declined in population, so we'll need them to come back up to size. We'll go and store all of these. Get everything replaced where it ought to be. And I think we're good. We can also store this now, can't we? There we go. Honestly, all of these don't really need to be here. We're not using them at the moment either. We are back to about where we should be. Let's go fetch our Necronomicon here. It should, hopefully by now, be well charged up, well and thoroughly charged up. Especially considering it seems that Shoggoths have been coming all over the place here. But it is, which means it is time to make ourselves a better key. I bet we'll have to do that in the other dimension, though. So let's go and get that done up. Ow. After we bounce off those high voltage wires, let's go make sure to let Glenn out of your park so he can eat and sleep. What? Who's Glenn? Oh. I guess shadows are spawning now. Ow. Unfortunately, I've given myself the Corallian Plague. Let's go get everything resettled. Back where it ought to go. We do need... Is it the Eye of something? Eye of the Abyss, and... Third Lens, Infused Stone, along with a Transmutation Gem. Very last use for this one. This is fully and completely built up. And just to double check. Yep, that is the ritual. Let's turn this key into a next level one. Hey, there we go. Successful. We have Azura's dreaded gateway key. And we can leave this ruddy dimension behind. I am good and sick of it. So we can go to the next ruddy dimension. And I assume that one will be a little bit more red, judging by the color of the key. And the fact that, you know, everything is red on it. But, shall we go charge the Necronomicon? Yeah, sure. We'll go recharge the Necronomicon. It is at 0 now. It used every single last bit of power. Speaking of power, high voltage power, thank you very much for not being insulatable. Used every last bit of the potential energy there. to kick off that ritual, so we're going to go and slap that in while we build this new portal, and maybe do a little adventuring without it. I don't actually know if that Necronomicon will even tell us about this dimension. I assume that there's another step there, isn't there? Another Necronomicon up the chain. Yes, and that looks like it holds 20,000. So I'm sure we will be able to craft this together with this stuff, which kind of looks like the same deal with the other one. Let's go slap this down in our portal room here. Let's do it here, in this corner. We dig this out. There we go. Identical looking. Kind of thought it would be different. Go grab the staff again, because I'm sure we'll need to go grab... Well, I know exactly that we're going to need to grab more Dreadland's energy here, so... Let's pull that out. And some more cobblestone, right. Cobblestone, punji sticks. And we'll make... like a stack of these. Stack in a bit. And I almost forgot, I have to go grab these stone out of the furnace here. Assuming it's done. Which it is. Lovely. Stone out of the furnace, and we can get all of this set up. We'll set up our new base as soon as we go in. Let's give it a look-see. Oh. All right. Not quite what I expected. You know what? I think I know what the issue is. Let's head back here. We must have to make the portal in that other dimension. So, fortunately, this dimension not going to be where the portal goes here. I think we'll make a second portal room. We can at least grab some of this stuff. But I guess we'll just have 2 extra portal spaces here. Cobblestone, we need the concrete. Going to fill in that hole we made. Let's go get the gateway key out again. What to do? Can we make a new portal room? You know what? No, we'll situate this one behind the first one we've got here. So, break this down. And slap that there. Right? Or, not? How big is this thing? Is this too big for the inside? Ah, it is. Ah, it's just a little too tall. Okay, so let's, oh. Lorem ipsum. That seems like placeholder text for sure. Let's go get the Corallium pickaxe so we can break this ruddy thing. Ow. So that was 2, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, let's break this in the roof then. See if it'll build in here now. Right? What's going on here? Why will you not place down inside? So I got to do the math again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so this should be placing. Why is it not? Guess we'll at least be able to pick up this stuff. Whatever it is. Assuming that is just the equivalent of stone from that dimension. I would really like it to be inside this building. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this should be working exactly the same way. What's up here? What's up with this? Oops, we've accidentally stepped back into our world. Well, shoot. I mean, I guess that's fine. If it's outside. How about we put it, like, right outside, then? If we do end up doing this. Let's see, it's a 1, 2, 3, 4. In from here. So let's make a little walkway, and then here's a wall. 1, 2. Excuse me, I'm trying to count here, sir. A little walkway that's like that wide. Wall. 1, 2, 3, 4. So right here, top of some cobblestone. No, actually, just right there. Wall. 1, 2, 3, 4, and there. Oh, that's. Oh, ooh, I didn't mean to go through yet. Give me a second. Let's load this all up first, I suppose. Oh, yes. Wow. A very red dimension. We're immediately going to leave, though. Because that is actually a little lopsided on where I want it to come out. So that has spat us out right here. We want it to align with the... Oh, you know what? That does actually align with the door. Okay. I don't know why I thought that was lopsided. Let's go build a little structure around it, though, shall we? Let's get some stone brick. So we can make the floor. That much do fine. This will be the wall, which means floors start here. We'll make it exactly the same size. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, and the monsters aren't attacking here as much. One, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, yeah. Our identical rooms. Oh, wow, we're still short? Okay. That should be good. We'll throw this back. We'll take care of that guy in a second here. And, of course, he's giving us the plague. We'll go even out the land here. And this will be our wall area. That can be made out of cobblestone. Stop doing that. Existing, that is. Ah. We'll just have this set up like this. So it's right across from each other. We'll put more punji sticks down here. And we'll have to, when we're in that next dimension, build a similar type of deal. Just to block everything all up. Okay, almost done with the first shelter. We'll have to do exactly the same thing on the red dimension, but we'll have to deal with, I believe it's the Dreadium Plague, which I am not excited to go and combat. Very, very, very much not excited to do that, because I think it's the same thing as the plague that we face here, but worse. I think it does more damage. We are just going to have to hope things go well. That we don't get hit with that too much. And if we do, hopefully we can out-heal it. I would very much not like to die in one of these dimensions. Haven't done that yet, but it could very much be a possibility. Okay, and now we just need some doors of any type. And I guess we're just going to kind of go piecemeal since we do have a lot of single doors here. Ooh, that's not my favorite thing. Scratch that. We will want planks here. Put them down to make more doors, and put this together here. And we need to punji up this house too. I have a very narrow walkway where we won't take damage. This should prevent any enemies from coming to try to kill us, for the most part. We'll go light up the interior and exterior. Which will actually make us run out of torches. Not spectacular. Got a few here. Whoa, did not need that remote. How does that have a torch? TOR storage. Okay. I'll actually use some of the totemic ones on the rooftop here. Just so that we don't have to use our basic torches, and we don't really have any other purpose for these. That should be good. Oh, we can replace the cobblestone here. And we have both our portals sheltered. Lovely. I'm actually going to go back to the overworld for a second here. I need to grab more sugarcane. We do have a fair bit of sugarcane in the storage area, but unfortunately, we probably will run out in the process of creating punji sticks for that new dimension. So if we go and grab it out of here, we won't have that problem. And this is already full up anyway, so not exactly losing anything from doing this. I think it was about 50 something. We'll say 54 was enough to cover the whole area. These will all get thrown into the chest system, and that we don't need that gateway key anymore. We should be good to move on. So we want to make more of these. There we go. Just make ourselves another lovely stack. Or thereabouts. We can keep everything going on here. So, to the Doom dimension. To a location where everything is red. And probably full of demons. Though, I suppose here everything is green and equally full of demons. Oh, and we forgot to make slabs. We have cobblestone slabs? We do not. I'm actually going to take these. Oh, wait. Yeah, we are actually running low on cobblestone. Wow, color me surprised. But we want slabs here so we can actually shoot out. We'll take out all these pillars and anything that's not a pillar that's holding up the corner of this. And turn them into slabs. So we can fire out on any enemies that may or may not be out there. We'll see if we can do it with just the slabs that I have. Ooh, and I think we put them, yeah, the other way on. Last time. We don't have to worry about any projectile, folks, in this dimension. The skeletons do not have that. They just come unarmed here. And the shadow beasts, which do have a projectile attack, are not stopped by slabs anyway. They're not going to be dissuaded by that, so we'll go and slap these all on. Perfect. The exact amount. And we should be good to move on to that next dimension here. Okay, let's do it. Let's build our little shelter here. Okay, this is a very red dimension. Like, holy cow, it is red. We also can't mine with our standard pick here. We're going to have to rely on the corallium one. Hopefully it doesn't go anywhere. Going to mine out that exact same distance. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Like that, and then 2 out on either side. And that will be our home shelter again. Actually, we'll leave this, because may as well build straight off of the walls here. 1, 2, 3, 4 here. There we go, walls. But we will want to tear all these out, because I do believe that the monsters can spawn on flat dreadstone. Does not allow that. That's why I actually wasn't putting cobblestone in, because cobblestone also has that property where it allows monsters to spawn on it. Which is not particularly enticing. So we'll go and slap some more stone brick here. Should keep us pretty safe. We'll use cobblestone to build the exterior of our structure. This is a very, very red world. My goodness, it is red. Oh, and the enemies here are blue, it's looking like. We'll pull these out. Wow, that stands out like nothing else. That is so bright, because everything here is just super red except for those enemies. And they don't sound like the friendliest of fellas either. Golems they are, apparently. I'm just going to quickly try to seal up any access points that they may have. Hopefully they won't be able to break through this stuff. I don't know if mobs get more powerful beyond just the plagues as you expand through the dimensions here, but they could possibly break down doors, which would not be great. Let's build off the top of this, have our established height. Yep, that is it. They don't seem all that hostile. They are looking at me, they're watching me, but they haven't full out sprinted and attacked me. Maybe they're sort of docile, kind of like pigmen. Until we attack them, maybe? Could be the case. How much left of this do we have? 2 more stacks. We should be able to complete this structure with this. And that'll be that. We'll get this lit up as well. Slap some torches on the outside of it. Not that that'll help too much. I guess it's orange instead of red. But I think the cobblestone alone will be a dead giveaway as to the presence of our base. And we'll want to light up the inside too. Just in case. Need some stone brick. Go and clear this area. Hopefully this will be enough. I don't think it will be, actually. Yeah, most definitely not. We are going through stone and cobblestone like the dickens getting these places built. That, I think, should fill the other half. There we go. And just 1 spare. Not too bad. We'll need to go use cobblestone to make some slabs. Amazingly, we might need to tear it down a little bit on that backside so we can actually see out of it. There we go. We've got ourselves a little bit of defense. And this will give us a whole lot more defense. Ooh, ow. A little too much defense, a little bit, possibly. But we'll just be careful. Ow, 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 ow. I will start tearing this away. wee bit. So we can actually have some sightlines out through our gap here. Whoops, I went way too far here. Ow, 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 ow. Okay. We should be good. Okay, we have a fully defensible starting area here. So I guess first thing to do is to get Dreadlin's energy with the staff here. Abyssal Knight Golem. Okay, we can't get him out of there. Oh. Oh, that guy looks kind of jacked. He looks a little different. Axe, because he's wearing armor. Oh, God. Dreadguard. I am on fire now. Lovely. And he has a ton of health, 117. Hopefully I'll be able to get him... Ow, Jesus. Hopefully I'll be able to get all the energy I need off of him. Assuming he doesn't kill me first. Let me quickly back off here and regroup. That guy seems a little bit more doable. Seems like I could take him on a little bit better. Kind of like a slug thing? A dreadling. I've got 51. And the Dreadblade. Kind of just equally the same. It's not actually that bad. And he will drop Dread Fragments. Okay, so maybe we don't take on the Blackguard. Maybe we go for the little guys. They are all different sizes. They kind of just look like a collection of parts. The guy I fought before, the Dreadling, looked like he had just dragging legs behind him. These guys look like they're an eyeball, a mouth, and a couple of vestigial components on. We'll take care of this guy. We're going to ignore the other fellow. Not nearly as many mobs in this dimension, which is a plus in some ways. What is that? A demon chicken? Oh, God. That is not a pleasant sound. Okay, we've got at least one Dreadlin's Essence. We need 2 more. Yeah, he's got a malformed ribcage. His legs are kind of just dragging around behind him. Uh-oh. Oh, we actually have projectile fellows in this one. A greater dread spawn. Okay. So scratch that thing if I said about not having a ton of enemies to worry about. Ow. Okay, I need to take care of this ranged guy first. I might just... yeah, hit him like that. And in fact, I need to eat up here. Need to take care of him first, because he's actually the guy I can't take care of without getting hit. His projectiles are going through all of the other enemies, so I can't even just stand behind them. Come on, die already. Oh, God. Okay, he split up into 2 little ones. On the plus side, we already have 2 of those red essences. And halfway to a third, just about. I have a feeling the Dread Plague might actually be sapping our hunger as well, because I feel like our hunger has been draining even more quickly than it should just from getting injured and healing up and stuff. I'm fairly sure it has. Some of the noises in this dimension are not at all pleasant. They kind of don't sound like they've been tested for how loud they should be. Oh. Oh, okay. Yeah, this guy didn't like the other fellow. He gave him a smack. He laid him out. So I guess the blue golems are actually on our side, or at least they're on the enemy side of these golems and those creatures. So effectively on our side. There we go. We've got 3 of the other ones, so we just need a bit of flesh now. We need dread fragments. Leave those guys alone since they are good to keep around. Keep after all of these creatures. And we will need 8 times 3, 24 dread fragments before we're able to make the upgraded Necronomicon. I suppose we can take these guys on. Oh, right. Good God. I'll try to keep him at bay with these shurikens, keep him at range. That, at the very least, seeming to do him. Keep him out of arm's length. I might go and stand on top of here. God, yeah. Oh, you know what? I think, actually, spawn of Chagaroth. That's a new one. I think doing damage to them actually sets me on fire. I think that's what's doing it. They apparently drop these dreaded shards of Abyssal Night. Yeah, going and attacking them is definitely the thing that's setting me on fire here. Maybe it's not a winning solution to go and attack these guys then. Oh, a hand? Fist of Chagaroth. So I wonder if that is the next boss that we're going to come across in this dimension. I think I'm just going to ignore the bodyguards. I think I'm going to just go after these guys since I know they are the ones that drop the flesh that I'm looking for, the dread fragments. And we'll do them in with shurikens since that'll keep them at distance from us, and it basically takes the same amount of time. The big ones actually are kind of a problem since they aren't dropping exactly what we need. I think they're dropping these dreaded chunks instead, which I'm fairly sure is not what we need to make this. Yeah, we need dread fragments. 21. Just 3 more and we should be good. I realize I probably should have been using my sword because this actually has looting on it, so... But we got it done. We've got 25 now. So let's head back through both portals to the overworld. Pick up the Necronomicon and upgrade it to its 3rd state. Oh god. A little laggy. A little laggy when we come out of there. Unfortunately, we are kind of mauling through our pizza here. Maybe we throw some flour in preemptively into the industrial mill here, just to get our next batch of pizza on the ready. We should have just about everything. So we've got bacon. Actually, no, that'll be all in the kitchen. Let's go check there first before we start looking through anything. We have a little bit of flour. We need 2 more. Got our chili peppers and our tomatoes, obviously. We have bacon, but no meatballs. We have the ground meat to make meatballs, though. So we'll go and throw this in the cauldron. And let that cook. We need at least 2 more bits of flour to go through. And we'll need cheese as well. So 2 more wheat, kindly. And I'll actually grab some more wheat out from here and just throw that in the cabinet. But then that plus the flour should turn into dough. And I do believe it is dough that we need to make this, right? Yeah, dough. So we'll go throw that through the input slot, the wheat, and not the wand. Thank you very much. Oh no, this is the mixer. Right. That needs to go in. I suppose it can go in here, can't it? Yeah. There we go. And that'll turn slowly into flour. We'll actually leave this flour in there too. Once that's done, it gets thrown into the mixer with some salt. Turn into the turn it to the dough. But it's nighttime. It is a crescent moon, so nothing of interest to us. Let's go sleep the night away. And in the next morning, we will go grab that Necronomicon and upgrade that. I'm physically angry that there was no stream yesterday. Technically, there was a stream yesterday. There was a stream announcing that there would be no stream. So you had a 3-minute stream so as to not be angry. But yeah, no, life intruded, so not quite. Well, didn't quite go according to plan. It looks like there has been an inconvenient scourge of Shoggoths. This is bullshit. Well, if you look at the schedule, it's actually a little bit worse than it looks, because I have not yet changed the schedule to reflect the new streaming schedule. It actually still saying that we do Sevtech Ages on Fridays, which we have decided that is not going to be done. So I do need to still update the streaming schedule and everything. This is not fully charged, but that doesn't matter, because we will be slapping these on it. And that'll lose all of its energy. Let's slap it on to be charged some more. I can't believe it's not been charged. God, that takes a long time. But yes, that'll mean all of this extra stuff can go in to our chest system. And stuff of rending. Yeah, we don't need that anymore. And I guess while that charges, we may as well do more altar stuff. So kept up with everything there. The pigs are back to their pre-stage inhumane levels, which is perfect. Seems like a heartless word to say, but perfect. Get that dagger out, get that shield out. Start doing some pig sacrifices here, shall we? Just need one of you. Don't worry, you'll all have your turn. We're doing this one at a time. First come, first... Well, first grabbed, first served. Up to the altar, that is. But we need to make some more imbued slate. We already have the one. Just gonna need 4 more. It's actually not that many. We do need to grab some more stone. And we'll go grab that single slate that we have already. The demonic slate, that's the one. We'll be able, then we will be able to upgrade our runes of capacity to the advanced runes of capacity, which will be fantastic. That'll be exactly what we need. We should be able to keep up with this pretty well with all, let's see, what is that, 5, 10, 15, 29 runes of sacrifice? Hopefully we'll be able to keep up with the process a little bit better this way. There we go. It's down to reinforced, which means it should start draining at an accelerated rate here. Yay, nay? Yeah, it's a little faster. Not a whole lot, but a little. Just the slightest bit. And once it turns sort of yellowy color, that's when we know we can take it off the pot. And I probably should grab the Sigil of Holding. I may just want to throw that in here when I'm not using it, because it is pretty handy to have to be able to quickly pull out. Yeah, that's going down pretty fast now. Luckily, we have more than enough to fill it. And there it is. Slightly yellowy color, indicating demonic slate. While this goes through the slow first 2 cycles of that slate stuff, we will refill the altar. There we go. Nice and full again. And our pig population is okay. I can see grass. And that means that the pig population is not high enough. But I can also see that there are plenty of pigs stuck in that little corner there. So we should hopefully be able to keep up with all this as it chows down on the blood that we're putting in, the life essence. And it is ultimately only 3 more slate at this point, so hopefully this should be enough to keep up with it. Really do need to get a little bit of automation going here, though. There are a few very complex rituals that you can get done that'll actually pseudo-automate it. We do still have to pump out pigs and stuff for that to actually work. But it would hopefully fix it up. And it seems our pig breeder here is out of carrots. So I would think. Yep. Pig grower has run out. And so are we, honestly, or at least we're starting to. Adding a second garden cloche is looking a little bit more attractive. Maybe adding it on this side. How's this one doing? Are these ones full up? A little fuller than they need to be. This one is the really carrot-hungry machine. Most of the other ones are actually just doing fine. Oops. Did not mean to smack you with the TV remote. My apologies, pig. Should really automate this? I should automate this, but that is going to require a ton of work if I want to do that. I would really have to rotate through a lot of my stuff if I wanted this to activate correctly. It'd be quite a problem. Doable, though. Still, I think doable, but it would just take a lot of work to get it to that state, which is why I'm kind of leaving it for when I've got a bit more time and a little more effort to put in. Make it a whole stream. It would probably take not a whole stream, but it would take a lot of time to do it, and it would just be kind of boring rote work, which I could sort of say about this. This is nothing if not boring rote work. Luckily, this last slate should be the only one that we need. To finish this current step on the path to world domination, or what such. At least a hopper underneath so you don't overcook stuff. Underneath probably wouldn't be the choice. It'd probably be on top of here somewhere. That way I could get a add a filter whenever I needed to, because if it's on the bottom, it's kind of difficult to get at the hopper to set whatever filters I need. We are down to only the corner settlement here of pigs. So it's a good thing. This should, fingers be crossed, be the last bit of it that it needs. Oops, I'm sorry. There we go. Yeah, perfect. We have all 5 demonic slate. Means this is going to be a bit of a problem. I probably shouldn't have left it so full. We're going to go tear this down, which means this will immediately basically fill up to the top and waste quite a bit of LP. But we should be able to make these upgraded runes of capacity. Hold on. I went to capacity. There we go. Ooh, scratch that. We may need more buckets. I think we don't have that much of the stuff. Hey, and it actually put the Master Blood Orb in. Color me surprised. We'll go store everything for now, so we can just immediately pull those all out. Let's get some iron melted together. I do wish I could make buckets the good old-fashioned way. But unfortunately, the restrictions of the mod mean I have to do it every single time in here. We'll go get some iron clusters. Just slap a whole bag of them in there. And a bucket cast. There we go. This will hopefully give those pigs some time to regrow, regrow themselves here. When you accidentally hit the pig with a remote. W meant to kill, never to maim or seriously injure. Correct. Exactly. I'm glad that you understand. This will... Perfect, do that. So we need... How many buckets do we have? We have 3. We will need 10. Yeah, I think that's accurate. We will need 10 total buckets. So we need to cast out 7 of you, and then the rest can be cast out into these ingots. Never a bad time to have more ingots. I might even do 11, just so we have 1 left over in case we need it for any strange liquid of varying usefulness. We are halfway to the total amount of buckets. And good God, does it make it feel like it. How is our flour doing? It's all done. Perfect. So we can at least get that going. So we need salt. We actually need 48, not 47, so we'll actually be 1 short here. Which is a wee bit unfortunate. But we'll turn that into dough. And I guess we'll go fetch some more salt or something. While we wait here. I should have a shovel with excavate on it. Perfect. So there should be salt here somewhere, yes? Oh, there are also sharks. That salt here? It is. Okay. Let's excavate some salt. There we go. And that is that. And yeah, what the heck, we'll do these 2 on for size. Oh, there's a whole nother vein here. Okay. Not half bad. And are you salt? No, you're marble. Okay. So that should be our salt needs served. God knows we have an excess of that. And we'll take 1 and throw it into that area here. 6, 7, and 1 more when that's done. Salt. And raw shark meat. Raw shark meat. I don't know why that was so difficult to pronounce. That should be all that we need here. And we can slap this ingot cast back in. The shovel can go back in here. And we'll just automate you. So we have our buckets, which means we should be able to make as many of these as possible. If our buckets interact nicely. Full 5. Okay. Let's get this slotted in. These should, in total, I believe, every time they line up with each other, they add an extra 20%. So these should double, I think, the expected amount of capacity, I want to say. So if we go take a look at this with the sigil. Not what I was expecting. 16105. So if we... What the... Okay, I gotta do a little bit of reading here. Nope, you are the wrong book. Give me the book full of blood, please. Runes of augmented capacity. Multiple runes on the same altar will begin to resonate with each other. increasing the capacity exponentially the more there are. One increases a 10%. Ah, okay. I see the issue. So this increases by 10% the amount of blood in the altar. The rune of regular capacity, that is a flat 2,000 life point bonus per thing. So this can stack exponentially greater. But if you just make a few of them like this, it's not necessarily better. If you have the fewer you have, the less benefit you get. So what we want to do is we want to make more of these, which I think are still the way to go. They don't need to be touching each other. They just need to be attached to the same altar, which they are. We need to get these guys set up. So I think we'll make another 7 of these. Either now or at a later date, depending on how our Necronomicon is doing. It's producing quite the lightning storm over there. But I think as of now, 10... Let's see, what did it go? 10 to 21 to 33. So 10 plus another 10%. 21, 33, 45, 50 something. I guess we know. I guess we know because we can look at it with the sigil of holding here. We know it's increasing by 6,000. So not the best thing in the world, not the best time, but it is still doing something, which is good. We just need to fix that up a little bit more. So we'll go check on the Necronomicon here. Oops. Oh, hello. Man, you jump into the water and all the sharks are like an excitable dog when you get home from work. They are ready to jump on you and eat you alive. That's how dogs work, right? Nah, but go and check on the Necronomicon here. See how charged it's getting. Seems like he's brought home lots of its friends. Not even remotely is how charged he's getting. Okay, well, we've cleaned all his droppings off of the lawn. And, honestly, I might end the stream there. We are just about at time. What we have left to do, nothing too contiguous. We have the new dimension for the Necronomicon, for Abyssal Craft, that we have to go explore. I'm sure there will be another boss there. There are 2 more dimensions after that. There's one that you go into, and I believe the last dimension, or maybe the second to last dimension, is when you actually fall out of the other dimensions to get to. So it's a bit like falling into the void from the end, except it apparently just teleports you to another dimension. We may do that. Since there is no assurance of us getting back, I would be a little concerned, but I now have this lovely advanced storage remote, thanks to the Wither we went and murdered wholesale. Remembering, of course, the sacrifice of our lovely airship, the Helios 2. But we at least got that done. We took care of the Wither. We upgraded our altar considerably. We do have a little bit more alteration to go before we can exceed the amount that we currently have on there, but that should come along nicely. We fought that Wither. Again, we made inroads to the new dimension, though unfortunately we do have to go through the first Abyssal Wasteland dimension to get to that, but it's just, building across the way once we get inside. So we've got access to that. We fought off the big old boss, which really was not a problem at all. That was an Ender Dragon fight on the easiest of difficulties. So not too shabby, not too bad at all. And of course, we got the lovely Necronomicon made of red skin instead of the green skin that it was previously made from. and the normal human-looking skin before that. But we will save all the advancements past that for next time. So I will be back playing Sevtech Ages on Monday. We'll be back next Monday at 3 PST. That's when we'll go and move further along this. I may stick to all the magic stuff. I'm really enjoying going through it. I think I want to get through all of the Abyssal Craft dimensions before we stop off with the magic kick. But I may or may not go back to the traditional line of going through the H5 bits and bobs and things here and there. Might go back to that, might not. We will see. But if you're not just interested in Sevtech Ages stuff, I will be back tomorrow. I will be playing Prey, the arcane immersive sim action adventure game from 2017. Missed a stream for that yesterday. Unfortunately, life just kind of got in the way. But we should be good to stream tomorrow. Hopefully, that's the dream. 3 PST. That's when we'll adventure a little bit more there. I believe we were just about to enter the engineering zone there and see what's going on. If you're not interested in either of those two, I will also be back on Friday playing Sunless Sea. We have started off a new captain there, and he is a heck of a guy. He is a real strong fellow, thanks to his inheritance from his predecessor, who was a king of an island that may or may not still be there. I'm very interested to see what's going to go on once we get over across there. But that will be on Friday, 3 PST. I hope to see you guys at one of those 3 times. If not, I hope you manage to summon and successfully fight off some bosses of your own in your life. As for me, I'm going to call that a stream. Cheers, everybody.